cool, right? But today is not about the bloody nine. It's about Yog. Hi guys, how are you doing today? It's Epictalez back again. Before we start, I want you to like, comment and subscribe. Click the bell notification so that anytime I release something, you know about it. Guys, today we are going to be reviewing Prince of Thorns. When the book first came out, I already saw comments online. Everyone saying,
this book is way too much. This book is, like, what is the writer trying to promote? And
all that nonsense, you know? And when I read those comments, I was like,
I have to read this book.
But then when I opened the book, right, I read the first chapter, I laughed and then I DNF'd it. So a friend of mine in the Booktube community was like,
Epic, just read the book.
And I really like it. I'm so glad he made me read it because I was like,
well, I guess I'll just read like 2 chapters.
Guys, I couldn't stop reading the book. I really enjoyed it. Let's start with the characters. The first thing I have to say right now is that this book is written in the first person. Now, I don't really like books that are written in the first person because they offer limited perspective. You only see the world through one person's lens. And if that character is not interesting enough, things get boring pretty fast. If you know what I mean. But Yog, guys, Yog, that 14-year-old boy there's no middle ground with him. It's either you love him or you love him. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's either you love him or you're like,
oh no, this guy is way too evil. When I read his inner monologue, it's just way too much. Mark Laurence pushed it too far.
Guys, let me tell you something. When you are reading a book, right, and you're trying to be objective about if it's good, especially about the characters, you can't read the book and judge the characters off your own moral compass. Now, I am in no way saying that Yog's perspective on life and how he handles things is okay. But I am saying that if you are reading a book like Prince of Thorns, you have to watch it like you're watching Animal Planet. You don't come in watching those animals with your human moral compass. You know what I mean? What is my point? Yog is an animal. That's my point. So let me tell you something, right? If you read the book without a predetermined moral code that you're going to enforce on his character, then something happens as you keep reading. After a while, it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's just like,
this is the world, and yeah. This book is dope. I'm enjoying it.
His character is goddamn interesting. He's a broken prince, right, that has a very traumatic past. I will not use that as a justification for his actions because he does some dastardly things, I tell you. He's highly intelligent. I love intelligent characters when it's done right. Because the book is in first person, like I mentioned before, everything we experience as a reader is through Yog's lenses. Remember how I told you that when I read the first chapter, the first time I picked it up, I laughed? I didn't stop laughing, but the negative connotation to the laugh was not there anymore. It's like, this guy is evil, let's see how he can tops it. And then he tops it. A debut novel, Mark Laurence pulled off something very amazing with this book. Now, every character is basically defined by their relationship to Yog. There are only 3 characters that were developed enough, not to my satisfaction, but adequately enough that I felt for them. So I'm referring to Merkin, I'm referring to what's that dude's name again? I'll just put it in the caption, I forgot his name. And the newbie. So usually, I prefer when we are switching from perspective to perspective and we're exploring how different characters see the world. With this book, I didn't mind because Yog's character is so unique and so interesting to read. I do not like him the way I would like say, Sandon Glocktor in the First Law, but I like him and I want him to succeed. Guys, one of the reasons I love Glocktor is that he has kahunas. He has kahunas. Like, the balls on this guy is like next level. Like, I love it. Like, it's like you put a challenge in front of him and he's like, like, how can I get it done? And guys, he gets it done, man. He gets it done. Just keep reading and something will happen along the way. Like, you wouldn't care anymore. You would just enjoy the story because that's the most important thing, guys. It's the story. It's just a story. It's a book. It's a book about a twisted person. Watch Jog like you're a psychiatrist. Like, his mind is fascinating. at the very least. Yogg was not written as a character, right, that you are supposed to empathize with and connect with and have something in common with. Anyone who has anything in common with Yogg is a sociopath. Attach emotions but do not come with a moral judgment. And I feel like if you can do that, you would really see the brilliance of Yogg's character. So let's talk about the prose. So like for many debut authors, I didn't really think too much about his prose. It was nothing spectacular. But why I am going to applaud his style of writing is that he was able to get a point across. And I believe that for people that love grimdark, that enjoyed his book, it's because we got exactly what he was trying to portray. And for a first-time writer doing something on that level, guys, you need to applaud Mark Laurence. You actually need to applaud him. The man is a genius. I can see him getting better. I'm so excited to read the next book, but right now, actually I have an announcement at the end of the video. Watch till the end and I have an announcement for you. Very exciting stuff. Now let's talk about the plot. The book is obviously character based. If not, there's no way he could have pulled off writing in the first person like that. There's no way he could have done it that well if it wasn't character based. The sequence of events were cool, but I don't really rate them very highly because for a grimdark novel, and this is just me, like I'm not that experienced with grimdark, but from what I've come to expect from the little I've read is that Yogg comes off as lucky sometimes. Like don't get me wrong, the dude is highly intelligent. He has huge cojones, but sometimes I feel like the sequence of events were sometimes a bit random and sometimes he ended up a bit too lucky. But that did not stop me from enjoying this book because it was character based anyway, man. Like anything can happen as long as the characters are dope, you know, and you make it work. Why am I doing this? What is this? Oh my god, I kill myself sometimes. The world building. Let's talk about the world building. So the world did not feel grand. It did not feel huge. It did not feel detailed out or anything. But that's fine because we're experiencing the world through the eyes of a 14-year-old boy, and yeah, he's badass and he just wants to like take over. His character is so good. And like, of course, because we are seeing it through his perspective, I don't know if every scene was actually in the night, but just reading the book and how it made me feel, I didn't imagine any scene was at noon where the sun was shining and like birds were like chirping around, you know. It was always, I always imagined it dark, raining, lightning striking, you know that kind of scene. The world, right, seems set in this reality. There are references to Christianity and very famous philosophers, because like Yogg is an avid reader of books. And wait, if Yogg is an avid reader of books and I'm an avid reader of books, does that mean I have something in common with Yogg? What did I say again? Anyone who has anything in common with Yogg is a sociopath. Okay, so my defense is that every booktuber reads books, so does Yogg, so all of us have a little bit of Yogg in us. This scene was cool and I did some really cool edits on it. I would like to know what you think about this narration. Go.
I turned to the necromancer, some witticism ready on my tongue. The taunt died where it sat, her whole face wide now. The flesh lay sunken on her limbs, pulsing sporadically. The body that seduced my eyes now held all the allure of a famine corpse. She held me with a dark gaze, glittering in rotten slaughter. She laughed, and her laugh came as the sound of wet rags flapping in the wind. The brother stood with me now. Gorgoth made no move, keeping his place. The little Lucrotas crouched together in the shadows. We are many, and you are one, my lady, and a damned ugly one at that. So you best step aside and let us pass, I said. Somehow, I didn't think she was going to, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. That worn flesh of hers crawled into a smile so wide I could see her jawbones past the hinge point. For a second, her face rippled and we saw Gain stare, screaming as he fell.
The dead are many, child. I'll let you pass into their realm.
The temperature fell and kept falling, like there wasn't any bottom for it to hit. It went from uncomfortable to painful to plain stupid in no time at all. and the noise, the awful grinding as the skeletons built themselves from pieces and wrapped themselves in the spirit mist around us.
Special announcement. I'm going to be going live stream with a bunch of really dope booktubers. This booktuber, this booktuber, this booktuber, and even this booktuber. We are going to be discussing Malice. John Gwen is a hell of a writer. It's going to be so much fun. If I wasn't going to be on the live stream talking about the book myself, it's something I would definitely want to watch because so many unique perspectives, so many booktubers that I respect. Check their channels out. The link is going to be down in the description. Final thoughts. Do you guys think that Yog is dark? I need you guys to read Cradle of Chaos. Cradle of Chaos is a childhood project of mine that I'm just writing into reality right now. I want to know what you guys think about it. I have some really crazy characters that would make Yog blush. I'm telling you. It's free on WattPad. Just give it a read and let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram. Join the Discord channel so that we can have a conversation. If the link doesn't work in the description, let me know. I would send it to you directly on the comment section. Follow me on Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay epic. I think I'm going to be saying that now. Stay epic and peace.
Do it!